Devin's very proud of herself.
I didn't do that much. I just threw stuff together. Vote for me! What's up, guys? It's Kat and Dev from Two Market Girls. Welcome to the much anticipated challenge video for Go Vegan, Not Broke.
We tackled the dollar store.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't live in Canada, dollar stores are not the same here as they are in the US, from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
The dollar stores here are very, I don't know how to explain it.
Limited?
Yeah, they're not like convenience stores, you know? They don't have lots of food. There's one food aisle, half of it is candy, half of it is
Random.
a quarter of it is drinks, and then the other quarter is random food in cans.
Yeah.
So we wanted, as a, Go Vegan, Not Broke,
Mm-hmm.
it's natural that we'd go to the dollar store for food.
Makes sense.
We wanted to make meals out of stuff you could get at the dollar store, because also some people don't have a grocery store close to them, so they want to see what you can make at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Students, we got you.
So, as part of the challenge, we shopped separately. We didn't tell each other what we were making.
So we could have ended up with the same stuff,
Yep.
except that we shopped at two different dollar stores.
Yes. So I got my entire recipe from Dollar Tree.
Which I think people in the U.S.
Yeah.
would know that, because I think that's an American company.
Mhm.
I shopped at Dollarama, which is a Canadian company, which I don't think is in the U.S. at all. So we wanted to see what we could do with each. And just like, what were your experiences with Dollar Tree selection? Because you did go to Dollarama first,
Yeah.
too.
I was very impressed with Dollar Tree. Very impressed. And they actually had a lot of name brand things. And everything was $1.25. Like, none of this dollar store that isn't, you know what I mean?
Dollarama wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Some of my stuff was $2, there was things that were $3. But yeah, Dollarama does not have as big a selection as Dollar Tree does. But I don't know. It was trouble. It was hard.
Oh, yeah.
It was very hard.
For the record, we both had test recipes that failed before the
Miserably.
recipes that we ended up with.
Yeah, like they failed miserably.
Yeah, let's not talk
I
about it.
hated mine. But I think the recipes that we did end up with are amazing. For dollar store recipes, like I wouldn't expect to be able to make this stuff at the dollar store.
Proud, actually.
I am very proud of us.
I had my doubts when I did my shopping yesterday.
I've been trying to think of things all week, so I've had a little bit more time than Devin has.
I was like that kid in school that does their project the night before it's due.
All right, so what did you make?
I made a taco burrito bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would call it that with
Some fried potatoes.
and how much did it end up costing you?
I think it was about $8.75 before tax.
And that's everything. Like, there's leftover rice, obviously. There's
lot.
leftover salsa. There's leftover jalapenos. There's tons of extra rice. Like, what she cooked serves probably 3 to 4 people.
Oh, yeah.
So there's tons left over. That was just all the supplies that she needed to buy. I was at Dollarama, and I spent $6.63, and I made a really lazy version of arancini, I think that's what it's called, which is basically deep fried rice balls, and all the Italians are going to hate me. I'm not getting any of their votes because it's probably not anywhere near how it's supposed to be made. But, I shopped at the dollar store. It was limited.
It's creative.
And again, I had a lot of leftover rice too. Like, you could make so many of these. A lot of leftover coconut milk. What else did I get? And lots of leftover seasonings. So $6.63 was the cost of my ingredients, but the actual meal that I made wasn't. And it could probably serve a few people at a party as like advertisers.
Oh, yeah.
Advertisers.
Advertisers. Come to the party.
Appetizers. But yeah, both recipes turned out pretty sweet.
Yeah, let's show you how to make them.
Mm-hmm.
First step is to cook your rice. So we're using a rice cooker with 1 cup of rice and 2 cups of water, and just let that do its thing. Next up are the potatoes. So I used a can of sliced potatoes. You're gonna want to open that up, drain out all the water, and kind of rinse it off in case anything is slimy. And then lay those out on a cloth and pat them dry. We're gonna be frying them in the air fryer, so it helps if you remove a lot of the excess moisture. Then add them to a bowl, and I'm taking half of the taco seasoning and pouring that on top. So mix those all together, and then you can add in a bit of salt and then about 3/4 of a teaspoon of hot chili powder, and mix it together again. And then add those to your air fryer with a teaspoon of oil. They took about 20 to 25 minutes in the active fry. Once your rice is done, we're going to put it all together and fry it up a bit. So in a medium-sized pan, add about a teaspoon of oil, heat that up, and then add all of your rice. Then after you've rinsed off your red kidney beans, you can add those into the rice along with your corn, and just keep mixing it around until everything is cooked and warm and you like it. Once it's starting to get warm, you can add in the taco seasoning, and I also added about a 1/4 cup of salsa. And then you can just put it all together. I added some salsa on top along with some pickled jalapenos.
To make your air fried rice balls, you're going to add about a tablespoon of oil into a pot and allow that to heat up for about a minute or two. Then you're gonna add a cup of your rice into that and pan fry it for about 2 minutes. You wanna add 2 cups of water along with your tomato soup and a tablespoon of hot chili powder. You wanna stir that until it's all combined, and then bring that to a boil, and once it's been brought to a boil, bring it down to low so that it can simmer for about 30 minutes. You want to keep an eye on it to make sure the rice isn't sticking to the bottom of the pot, so give it a stir every 5 minutes or so and keep an eye on it. About 20 minutes into it, the water will start to disappear, and depending on the rice that you're using, you may need to add a little bit more. We added about a 1/2 cup additional water to it. You want a creamy consistency, kind of like a risotto consistency, so once it gets to that point, you want to stop cooking it. Layer it onto a baking sheet so that it's a thin layer of rice and allow it to cool completely. While your rice is cooling, you can get your breadcrumbs ready. So we took those crackers that we got from the dollar store, stuck them in our food processor along with some Italian seasonings. We just got this 4-pack pizza and pasta seasonings. We just added a little bit of each, about a teaspoon of each one, to our breadcrumb mix and processed it until you got a breadcrumb. Then you're going to add that to a bowl. Into a second bowl, you want to add your coconut milk. And then once your rice is cooled, you want to roll those rice into balls. We rolled ours into about golf ball sized balls, but you can do them smaller if you want them a little more bite sized. Then you're going to dip the rice balls into the coconut milk, then into the breading, and then place them in your air fryer. If you have the Tefal Actifry, make sure to remove the turning paddle because you don't want these to move very much because they're super delicate. Take that out. Spread them all out along the thing, add a teaspoon of oil to your air fryer, close it, and allow it to cook for about 20 to 25 minutes. About in 10-minute intervals, you want to kind of move them all around so that they kind of get cooked evenly. Flip them if they need to be. But depending on your air fryer, this could take anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. And we topped ours with some coconut milk because the pairing of the sweet and the savory was actually super good.
Moment of truth.
It's crazy. You would not think these were made at from the dollar store ingredients.
No,
It's crazy.
it looks pretty legit.
All right. Are we trying to eat like one at a time, or are we
Try our own, or
I don't know.
I
What do
don't
you want to do?
let's just
What do you make
let's
of?
try yours.
Guys, you saw us put coconut milk on these. It actually tastes surprisingly good.
It's weird that it works so well.
All right, ready? Mm.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Mhm.
Delicious. Deep fried in it there.
I know, right? I'd want to eat this at a party.
Yeah, I think they're awesome.
Mhm.
It's a nice way to start a meal too, or a side. You don't want like traditional rice as a side. That'd be really good.
Yeah. I might vote for you.
Mm. I'm genuinely surprised that I was able to make something. At one point, I lost my tomato soup. Devin knows. She got a very panicked text.
I wasn't gonna help you. I was gonna sabotage you.
Gosh, so rude.
These are so good. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try this burrito bowl.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Get a little bit of everything.
Get all the fixins. These potatoes, though.
The potatoes, I think, were the biggest surprise.
Yeah.
Because they turned out so good. Especially in the air fryer, man.
Yeah. Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
Mm.
Mmm.
That's good.
Mmm.
Yeah, no, this is very good.
I can't believe these potatoes.
Oh.
And I really like the taco seasoning on them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's a good question, though, because I've heard a lot of horror stories with vegetables in cans. We really like the potatoes. You didn't like the mushrooms you tried.
Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
What are other things that come from a can, vegetable-wise, that are surprisingly good, that you wouldn't think would be good? Because I'm curious, too. I might vote for you, too.
Oh, let's vote for each other.
Sure.
That's fair.
Can I trust you?
But everyone else vote for me.
I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to be mad because this is a really good dish.
Honestly, this is probably the closest, our challenge, well, no, the pizzas were really close.
Mm-hmm.
This is really close, guys. I don't know.
This is so good.
I won't be mad if I lose. Because Catherine earned this. And we have some really great recipes we can make now. And I made one of them.
Devin's very proud of herself.
I didn't do that much. I just threw stuff together. Vote for me! Yeah, Catherine can't really pitch her recipe to you because she's too busy eating.
That's my
Yeah,
pitch.
she was eating mine before too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, go up to the card in the corner and vote for whose recipe you think wins the dollar store challenge.
You can be any variables you want, whether or not you like someone because it was cheaper or more expensive, or because it's more of a meal. Whatever your criteria is, go vote for one.
Yes.
Let us know what things you've made of dollar store food. I'm sure people have done this before.
Yeah.
If you're in a pinch, things like that. Let us know what things you've made from dollar store food before, or what other challenges you want to see us do in the future, because they're fun, right?
So fun.
We have a couple more video. A couple more? One more.
We have one more video in the series, yeah.
Yeah, and then we get into Love Day. Valentine's Day.
Oh.
We get into Valentine's Day territory, you know? It starts to approach a little bit. There's some good recipes coming up.
Yeah, that's all that matters, okay?
Yeah.
So don't forget to hit the subscribe button because of those good recipes coming up. You don't want to miss them.
Mm-hmm. What else can we do?
Hit the like button. Follow
Comment.
us. We're at Two Market Girls all
Mhm.
over the internet, taking over.
Again, go follow us on Twitter.
Hmm?
Do people not use Twitter anymore?
Hmm.
I like Twitter.
I love Twitter. All right, we're gonna go now.
We're gonna eat now.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that's all for this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
This one was a lot more, like, a lot of stress leading up to it, but the end result was worth it.
Yeah,
Because they're
Good.
delicious.
good thing. Otherwise, this would have been our last challenge video
Yep.
ever.
This would have been our last video ever.